News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the founder of Alien Stock issues a cease and desist order, and a man is arrested after being barricaded inside a home. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The owner of a small hotel says she's moving forward with a festival in Rachel. It's Friday, September 13th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. A lawsuit looks to be the end result of a Facebook event. Yesterday, Callister Law Group out of Las Vegas sent a cease and desist letter to the owner of the Little Alien Hotel, Connie West. The attorneys for the Alien Stock Festival creator, Maddie Roberts, are ordering the owner to immediately cancel the festival that she took over after the Storm Area 51 Facebook event took off and morphed into Alien Fest. The festival was to occur on her land and adjacent properties in Rachel, Nevada, near the Area 51 military base. Maddie Roberts, who was the original creator of the Facebook event, claims that Connie West breached their agreement by not providing information and evidence to the festival producers Hidden Sound. They were asking for evidence of money collected for the event, plans for food, water, emergency services, and infrastructure. They say that they are concerned about the safety and well-being of the attendees for this event. The attorneys add that Connie West is ill-equipped to handle the festival and aggressively took it over. They insist that she turn over all information so that they can contact the attendees to hold a smaller event for one day at the Las Vegas Convention Center on September 19th. Connie West reported to the Las Vegas Review-Journal that the festival happening in Rachel, Nevada is going on as planned. There is one other festival that has been approved by Lincoln County called Area 51 Base Camp. That will be held in Hyco at the Alien Visitor Center. They plan on showing films, having speakers, and various other events. That is set to happen September 19th through the 22nd. For more information on Alien Stock or on Area 51 Base Camp, you can find them on the web. Well, one man was arrested and a female removed from a home on Pahrump's south side following what police say was a barricaded suspect. Last night, one male subject was taken into custody at a residence on the 1100 block of Fremont Street here in Pahrump. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies attempted to make contact with the male inside the home. They report that he refused to come out and instead barricaded himself inside. Nye County Sheriff's Office says that a female was conveying information to police that she was being held inside the home against her will. The Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT team was being dispatched, as well as Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue. Crews were on standby in the neighborhood located off Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Thousand Air on the south side. The female then reportedly exited the home after negotiations were underway. Shortly after, the male was then taken into custody by deputies and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. The original reason for the call is unknown at this time. All right. Well, I have tickets right now to the San Gennaro Festival for VIP passes. You can have as many as you want. We have a ton. Give us a call, 775-727-9400, extension 201. You need to call right now, and if you get an answering machine, leave a message. We'll call you back with those tickets. The San Gennaro Fest is this weekend in Las Vegas. News 25 will return right after the break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back. Well, let's join Angela Miles with today's business news.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the U.S. is carrying an ever-growing load of debt. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin tells CNBC the government is considering issuing a 50-year bond next year to finance the deficit. The longest bond available now is a 30-year. President Trump tweeted this week the U.S. should refinance its debt load, which has surpassed $22.5 trillion. The latest gauge on inflation shows healthcare and housing costs are on the rise. However, lower prices at the pump kept the consumer price index in check with a slight gain of 0.5% in August. It was not all grins as Smile Direct Club IPO Thursday. The online orthodontic company opened at $20.55 per share. That was below its IPO price of $23.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thank you so much, Angela. Well, next we have the Area 51 service station and Aileen Cat House will be splitting the property lines. This item was discussed during a recent BOCC meeting.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding 2 waivers to conduct traffic and drainage study for Area 51 Travel Center in Amargosa. Dave Richards from Civil Rights Services was representing the applicant and began explaining the item to the commissioners so they could decide their motion.
It was brought up at the previous meeting that these 2 waivers would have to go to another hearing for consideration. And the purpose of asking these waivers is that this site is pretty much all by itself. It doesn't affect any public right-of-ways or public facilities. They are not proposing any kind of construction or any site changes or anything like that. It's merely for separating the one use, the brothel, from the commercial uses of the property that are existing. And their problem that they're having is in the area of funding, where their lending institutions, whoever they're using, won't lend a certain category of loans on a property that includes a brothel. But they need the funding because they want to do refurbishing of all the machines, the gas pumps, the inside machines, the whole thing, the whole project inside needs to be upgraded, and that's going to take a considerable amount of money, a lot of expenses, a lot of construction inside that doesn't affect drainage, doesn't affect traffic. There's no increased load of users or traffic coming in or out of the site. So neither one of those reports would show anything that would be helpful to the project or funding or anything else. They're just a moot point that really wouldn't do anything for the county or him. So we're trying to, those are very expensive reports and studies, a lot of time involved in those, and it wouldn't show anything different than what's been historically going on with those properties for the last 30 years. So that's the reason for the request. And included in the, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Wickman makes a motion to approve both waivers, which gets 3 seconds. Commissioner Strickland makes a comment stating that this time we're just asking for subdivision. So when each one of these parcels are being built on, that's when we'd require the items requested for waiving, and asks Director Wagner to correct her if she's wrong.
Yes, that would be correct. I mean, I think all they're doing right now is just subdividing the existing structures. And that would be my only thing. I mean, any of these concerns as far as drainage would really be about the only one that would really affect my county, I believe. Would only, you know, if they were going to construct any new buildings or pave any new areas or anything like that. So till improvements are done, there really isn't a concern.
Chairman calls for the vote.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Dave.
And county commissioners talked about excess county vehicles during their last meeting.
Determine that excess town of Pahrump vehicles and/or equipment are no longer required for public use. Actually, I got to start over. I'm going to recess from the Board of Highway Commissioners. Going to resume Board of Commissioners, and we're going to be sitting as a governing body of the unincorporated town of Pahrump. Item 11, for possible action, discussion, and deliberation 2.1. Determine that excess town of Pahrump vehicles and/or equipment no longer required for public use. 2. Determine it is in the best interest of the town of Pahrump to dispose of excess vehicles and/or equipment through public auction. And 3. Determine that excess equipment not disposed of through auction may be sold for scrap, metal, recycled.
Mr. Chairman, I'll propose a motion to determine that the town of Pahrump vehicles and equipment are no longer required for public use. It's in the best interest of the town of Pahrump to dispose of those excess vehicles, and excess equipment that is not disposed of through auction should be sold for scrap or recycled.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Public comment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. We're going to be sitting as the Board of County Commissioners. Consent agenda.
And more news when we return.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Well, a shocking video was released. A formation of U.S. Air Force warplanes dropped 40 tons of bombs on an island in the Tigris River north of Baghdad this week. Officials say that Islamic State militants have been using Qantas Island in Salah ad-Din province as a staging area. A spokesman for the Pentagon's Operation Inherent Resolve described the island as ISIS-infested. It's unclear how many aircraft took part in the precision operation and what spurred the attack. Well, a female who crashed into a home near Calvada Boulevard was arrested following the accident for DUI.
Patrol members be advised.
Gina Bastillos has been arrested by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. On September 1st, deputies were dispatched to a possible intoxicated driver who had crashed into a home on Sycamore Avenue here in Pahrump. The reporting party told dispatch that the driver and sole occupant was a female who was driving a truck that was currently disabled in a carport with the female lying on the ground. There was 3 separate callers reporting this alleged drunk driver. Police say upon arrival, they saw a tan-colored Ford pickup that returned to Gina Bastillos. The truck appeared to have come to a stop into the interior of a metal perimeter fence surrounding the property. Police say that the front end of the truck was caved in and underneath a wooden carport. The wall on that carport was torn off and laying sideways, wedged between the truck and what appeared to be a damaged red minivan. The owner of the van stated that she knew the driver of the truck to be Bastillos. They stated that when they were inside the home, they heard a loud crash, came out to find Bastillos feebly attempting to fix the rear taillight of her van while stating she was sorry, she will fix it, and she will pay for it all. During the investigation, officers say that they learned that there was a prior history of a DUI back in 2008 concerning this suspect. Officers say when speaking to Bastillos, they noticed that she had all the signs and symptoms of being under the influence of alcohol. They were unable to complete a field sobriety test on scene because they say that she could not follow the directions. Officers say that Bastillos admitted that she was doing so good and it had been so long since her last arrest for DUI, but that she had allegedly drinking 4 ultra beers within the last hour. Gina Bastillos was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. And deputies arrested a local man after a domestic dispute. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies say that they were dispatched to a residence on Winsong Lane in reference to a possible domestic disturbance. Upon arrival, they met with a female who stated that her boyfriend had allegedly physically abused her. The female said that she had been dating Johnny Jones for approximately 8 years. She stated that the night prior, Jones was intoxicated and struck her multiple times with his fist. She also said that he had choked her and drug her off the bed. She said that her airway was constricted for about 20 seconds. The female told police that she had left the trailer that night and returned the next day. Upon arrival, she said that Mr. Jones continued the abuse. He allegedly choked her and punched her in the face with his fists again and possibly broke her nose. At that time, she said she went to the neighbor's house. Police say that they found bruises and dried blood on her face that were consistent with her allegations. Officers say that at that time they spoke with Mr. Jones about the occurrence, and he stated that he had a bloody nose and bled all over her. Jones told police that he didn't know why his nose started bleeding. Police say that they did find dried blood around his nostrils as well. Johnny Jones was then arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Police learned that he had pled guilty to a domestic battery in 2015 as well. Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Shadow Mountain Community Players are beginning their series of live performances tonight of their show called Sex Please We're 60. The hilarious comedy will begin at 5:30 this Friday and Saturday and continue next weekend at the Nevada Treasure RV Resort, which is located at 301 West Leslie Street.
We are doing our dress rehearsal right now. We will having our show open this weekend on the 13th and the 14th, and the following weekend on the 20th and 21st. Show's called Sex Please We're 60. It is a very outrageous farcical comedy. It takes place at a bed and breakfast, and all these women show up at the bed and breakfast. It's kind of her basic clientele, and her next door neighbor, who calls himself Bud the Stud, he thinks the women show up because of him. And before the show's over, there's some changing of plans and other things that have happened there. So like I said, it's a very definite comedy on it. It's a show, it may be a little the adult side, but basically it's a show that everybody should get laughs out of. Now, tickets for it will be available at the library. They're available now. You buy your tickets there, they're only $25. Now, if you forget about it and show up at the door, then tickets will be $30. So I advise everybody to get their tickets at the libraries, and this is the second time we've had a donation on tickets. This will be our final show of the season. That doesn't mean we're not doing anything next season. We just don't know yet what we're doing. Oh, I play Bud the Stud, of course. And it's been a fun part to do, really. Yeah. Gates open at 5:30. Dinner's at 6. Show starts at 6:30. Show runs about, maybe with the intermission, maybe a couple hours, so you should be out by 8:30 or 9 o'clock and off to whatever else you want to do. Basically, let me tell you what the dinner is, too. It's lasagna. It's 2 types of lasagna. There's either vegetable lasagna or meat lasagna. There's garlic bread. There's green salad. And there's also coffee or tea, and you have sheet cake for dessert, and there's an open bar. Now, like I've always said before, these shows look a lot better after you've had a couple drinks. We are located on 160, right at the corner of Leslie. Leslie comes in, you can look for all the palm trees. That's how you can find the place there.
Well, if you want to help out your local veterans, Disabled American Veteran Commander Greg Cardarelli spoke to us today about their biggest fundraiser of the year happening this weekend.
We're at Walmart, we're at Albertsons, we're at Smith's, we're at Walgreens, and we're all over the place today. In fact, Get Me Not campaign is our donation. We have 2 a year, and these are our biggest fundraisers for the year. Yeah. And it carries us. Whatever we make at this time, we carry it. Yeah. We don't ask for donations. We just tell them we're supporting the veterans in Pahrump, which there are a lot of, and that's where our money stays. It stays in Pahrump, and everything we raise goes for veterans. I've had a couple of today that want to join the DAV. I've had one person who builds race boats, and he's going to be touring the West Coast with his race boats. Yeah. They're up at Spring Mountain right now, racing. And he's just told me, his name is Sparky, by the way, and he's just told me that what he's doing, he's built a boat for 2. So I gave him my card. I said, that seat is mine. He said, yeah, we're going to go around and give rides. So I said, that's great. We're here from 9 in the morning till 6 at night. And we're at all locations tomorrow. We're going to be at the same place. Now, I know we're inside here. Walmart has graciously let us come in the lobbies because of the heat. Tomorrow's supposed to be a hot one. So, but other than that, we're outside at Albertsons, we're outside at Smith's, and Walgreens. They can contact me at 813-997-2781 and or come to a meeting. We have a meeting next Tuesday night at the Town Annex building.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Yeah, I have to do some full disclosure on that DAV story. That is my mom and dad. Anyways, let's take a look outside and see what's going on in our weather cam. Beautiful view. We're going to find out more about what is in store for this weekend, which I'm excited about, right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
All right, our surrounding areas: Las Vegas 98, low tonight 72, Death Valley 109, 76, Amargosa 98, 63, Beatty 94, 60, Goldfield 85, 51, Tonopah 82, 51, Carson City 90, 48, Fallon 90, 49, and Fernley 89 degrees. 54 is your low tonight. And your 7-day forecast shows Saturday, clear skies 100, low tomorrow night 71, Sunday dropping down to 97, 53. The rest of the week we are at 90 and 91 degrees, but Tuesday we're dropping down to 85 and your overnight lows in the low 60s. Don't forget that the Hunk from Pahrump is 6 p.m. on Saturday at Sanders Family Winery on Kellogg Road. And chiropractor Dr. Christensen is inviting all families affected by the Nye County School District bus crash to a group counseling session with Diversity Human Services. The free event will be held on Saturday, September 14th at noon at 2780 South Homestead Road, Suite 105. Lunch is included. Please RSVP by text at 775-209-6068. That's 775-209-6068. And Remote Area Medical is in desperate need of dentists, dental professionals, and hygienists. Also, assistants to donate their time and skills for the RAM event happening here in Pahrump, October 4th through the 6th, especially on Friday the 4th. You can call Ryan Muccio at 702-672-6559. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.